5 seconds. There is a natural respect for teachers in our tradition, and they are also a great strength of society. It would be wrong to make teachers stand up for blessings. I do not wish to commit such a sin, but I would certainly like to have a dialogue with you. For me, it has been a wonderful experience to meet you all. Each of you must have a story of your own because without it, you would not have reached this stage. It is difficult to find enough time to know all those stories, but whatever little I could learn from you was truly inspiring, and for that I heartily congratulate you all. Receiving this national award is not the end in itself. Now everyone's attention is upon you after this award. This means your reach has expanded significantly. Earlier, the area of your influence or command was limited, but now, after this recognition, it can grow much wider. I believe this is the beginning, and one must seize this opportunity. Whatever you have within you, you should share it as much as possible. As you do so, your sense of satisfaction will only grow, and you should continue to strive in that direction. Your selection for this award is a testimony to your hard work and constant dedication. Only because of that has this been possible. A teacher is not just about the present but also shapes the future generations of the nation, policies the future, and I believe this is no less a form of service to the nation than any other. Today, crores of teachers like you are engaged in the service of the nation with the same devotion, sincerity, and dedication. Not everyone gets the opportunity to come here. Perhaps many did not even try, or some did not even take notice. There are countless people with such capabilities. It is the collective efforts of all of them that ensure the nation continues to progress. New generations continue to be nurtured who live for the nation, and in that everyone has a contribution. Our country has always revered the Guru Shishya tradition. In Bharat, a teacher is not just seen as someone who imparts knowledge, but as a guide for life. I often say the mother gives birth, but the teacher gives life. Today, as we move forward with the goal of building a Viksit Bharat, developed India, this Guru Shishya tradition is also one of our greatest strengths. Teachers like you are the symbols of this noble tradition. You are not only imparting literacy to the younger generation, but also teaching them to live for the nation. Somewhere in your heart, you carry the thought that the child for whom you are devoting your time may one day serve this nation. I congratulate you for all such dedicated efforts. Teachers are the foundation of a strong nation and an empowered society. Teachers understand the importance of adapting curricula and syllabi according to the times. They wish to be free from outdated practices. And this same spirit is also reflected in the reforms being carried out for the nation. Just now, Dharmendra ji mentioned this point, so I would like to take it forward. Reforms must be continuous. They should be suited to the present time but also have a long term vision. They must understand, accept, and prepare for the future. As far as this government's commitment is concerned, we are fully committed because we believe that without timely reforms, Bharat cannot claim the rightful place it deserves in today's global scenario. I said this from the Red Fort on 15th August that to make Bharat self-reliant, next generation reforms are essential. I also promised the people of this country that there would be a double celebration of joy before Diwali and Chhat Puja. Now, since you have all been engaged here for 2 days, perhaps you did not get a chance to look at the newspapers or watch television, or maybe at home someone said to you, "Oh, your photo has been published." Anyway, the spirit with which we are moving forward, and in the same spirit, yesterday, the government of Bharat, in collaboration with the states, took a very major decision. This is a very important decision. GST has now become simpler and easier. There are now only two principal rates of GST. It is 5% and 18%. On 22nd September, Monday, the first day of Navratri, and Navratri is deeply associated with Matra Sakti, the power of motherhood. On this auspicious day, this reformed version of GST, this next generation reform, will come into effect. From Navratri itself, the essential needs of crores of families across the country will begin to be available at lower prices. This year, the festive cheer of Dhanteras will also be greater because taxes on dozens of items have now been significantly reduced. When GST was implemented 8 years ago, a decades old dream was fulfilled. This was not something that began after Modi became Prime Minister. The discussions had been going on long before that. The problem was that there was only talk, no action. GST was one of the biggest economic reforms in independent Bharat. At that time, the country was freed from the web of multiple taxes, which was a major achievement. Now, as Bharat progresses in the 21st century, there was a need for next generation reforms in GST, and that has been accomplished. Some friends in the media are calling it GST 2.0, but in reality, it is a double dose of support and growth for the nation. Double dose means savings for ordinary families on one hand, and on the other hand, new strength for the country's economy. With these new GST reforms, every family in the country will benefit immensely. Everyone, including the poor, the new middle class, farmers, women, students, and youth, will gain from the tax reduction. From paneer, cottage cheese to shampoo and soap, everything will now be cheaper than before.